Hi there, and welcome to Craftly's YouTube channel. I am Sierra, and I'm designer and creator of all things Craftly. What Craftly stands for is basically it's craft, and I love you because that's what I do. I love crafting, but that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I am here to tell you about why I feel like you should shop small business. There's a few reasons, but that's kind of what I do. I am a small business. I own a jewelry shop. Well, it's not just jewelry, it's crafting in general. I do jewelry, t-shirts, as you can see behind me. Pretty much anything, actually. It's kind of my passion. I have a lot of fun doing it. I let go of a lot of stress in the process, but that's kind of going to be talked about on another episode. So I want to kind of go into detail as to why I feel like you should shop small. First and foremost, I believe that shopping small is quality over quantity. Things aren't mass produced typically in a small business, and if they are, I think that it's kind of hypocritical and they shouldn't be titled as a small business. Everything that I make is handmade by myself. It's not mass produced. I don't make more than like 10 of something. And the other topic is going to be why it's so much more pricey. But when you think about it, is it really pricey? So some of the benefits of shopping small. First, you get quality. You're going to get something that has a lot of personal time spent into it, a lot of details that you wouldn't find in a mass-produced item. Take a earring, for example, one of those that I have made back there. I don't just go pick it off of a shelf and say, all right, here, buy this from me. So I take a bead or a stone or a few beads or a jewel or just an idea in general, and it takes a lot of time to kind of get those intricate details, like whether I'm putting a wiring into it or putting a finding, which is actually just a clamp or a lobster claw, or there's all kinds of terms that you probably don't care about, but that's okay. That's not what I'm here to say. So time, when you think about it, you're paid for your time at work and what you produce in your 9-to-5 job. Well, that's what we do. We put our time and our work and our money and a lot of personal feelings into the products that we're producing. It's not just about, all right, this person wants this, let's, just kind of throw this together. It's, okay, this person wants this, but how can I make it better? How can I make it more personal to that person? That's why things can kind of get a little bit more pricey, which is one of the other topics that we'll get to in a minute. So quality, you're going to get more work put into your specific item. You're going to get a personal touch put into that item, whether it be, well, they wanted purple, but I know they like green, so let's add some green in there. Or I know that they're wearing a purple shoe, so let's put a purple in there. Kind of switch things up, which you can't technically do at a mass-produced store. You can't go to Walmart and be like, hey, I like this earring, but I want this bead in there. It's not going to work. They're not going to do it. You're going to have to go home and figure it out yourself. And that's what I'm here for. So you get quality. I love it. The second thing is you're going to gain relationships with the person that you are working with. I mean, yeah, you can go on Etsy and find something fancy for a show or whatever, a wedding, however you want to think about it, but you're not really going to get that relationship unless you kind of reach out to that person and ask them. And that's where my business is going to be a little bit different, is you're going to have the capability to reach out to me on a personal level and say, hey, I have this wedding that I'm in, or I have this dance that that I'm going to, and I have all of these colors going on. What can you do for me? Or I have a family reunion. Can you come up with something cool for my shirts? Or, we're going on a family trip to Universal Studios next year. Of course I'm going to make a bunch of shirts. Family themed is kind of the thing now, and that's what makes it fun. Being able to reach out to that person and kind of touch their heart and kind of get a deeper feeling as to what they're wanting is where you're gonna, get that quality over quantity and the personal touches. So back to the price. So when you're buying something in a small business, you're not buying something that's been mass produced. You're not buying something that a machine put together. You're buying something that someone somewhere put in hours and hours of work. So what I like to think of it is as, so say you go and you buy this fancy sports car and it's one of 9, right? How much more did you pay for that sports car because it's one of 9 in the entire world? Probably over $1 million. Same concept. So my stuff specifically, probably lots of other small businesses as well, is produced either one or a few. We don't make lots of the same product. So you're gonna have a one-of-a-kind item, just like that one-of-a-kind car. So that's kind of where the cost comes into play. You're not really paying more for a product that you could have bought somewhere else. Could you have bought a pair of earrings somewhere else? Yeah, you could have. Could you bought a necklace somewhere else? Most definitely. But I can tell you that probably 75,000 other people, that's probably an over-exaggeration, are going to have the exact same thing. Somewhere, someone is going to have the same product as you. When it comes to small business, we don't have that. I can't say we. I don't have that. In each and every item that I create, I put a personal touch to it. So not every item is the same. Yes, I might make 2 with the same stone or the same bead or the same pendant, but there's always going to be something different. Might be how the earring ends, or how the necklace is tied together, or the coloring of the necklace. It's just depends on how I put it together or how I feel that the person would want. And if I'm not sure, I'm going to reach out to that customer and be like, hey, so I know you wanted this, but I want to put something special to it. What can I do? That's kind of where some of the difference will come into play. Some of the cons. Yes, this is not something that, and yes, I have a cheat board over here. This is how I roll. I don't remember anything, so you'll see me look down every now and then. Some of the cons, and yeah, I feel like that's something that needs to be discussed, is back to the pricing. A lot of people say, well, aren't you overcharging for this? Or I'm not paying $30 for a shirt just because you made it when I can go somewhere else and pay this much. You are not my friend if you are that person. I am all about budgeting and, doing this whole hobby thing or crafting thing on a budget. I really try to find the most affordable things for my customers so that I'm not overcharging them. A lot of my stuff is priced individually. I try not to kind of do it all over the board because I like to make sure that my customers can afford what they want. I want them to find they're happy because I find my happy in what I do for them. So the cost is not really more than what you would pay at a mass producer because you're getting all of those perks. So the personal touch, the quality over quantity. You're getting the relationship that you're building with that producer or small business owner, however you want to see it, say it, whatever. And the supply. The supply can definitely be a con because if you like something and you want to get it for your friend, so you guys can be twinsies or however you want to say it, that's a huge thing as well. Typically, I can go out and get the same diamond or the same, not diamond, let's be honest here, the same bead or the same pendant, kind of go about the same design, but I'm not really one of those that will have more than one of the same product, but I will make sure that it's similar so that it's kind of that twinsy feel. So if you're looking for something to be made, especially on the jewelry end, that you want kind of everybody to have the same thing for your wedding, I'm not your girl. But there are people out there that can do that. Unfortunately, I'm not that person. But as far as like t-shirts, sweatshirts, those kinds of things, we can do those in, more quantities. I did a cup order of 8 for a close family member. That was really, really awesome product. But things like that I can definitely do in more quantities. Supply and demand is a major issue. But that's not really who we target as a small business. We target, you know, local family, friends, community, because that's kind of what we're helping, and who you're helping when you purchase from us. You're helping me supply for my family and my crazy craftaholic hobby. The other thing that would be kind of a con, but to me it's worth waiting for, is wait time. You know, these things take a little bit longer than a mass produce. You know, you can go straight to the store and buy it. Typically I will have stuff ready like you see back there, and that's what's posted on my site. However, if you want custom ordered items like t-shirts and cups and stuff like that, it takes anywhere from 5 to 7 business days at least for me to make it, and then shipping. It's unfortunate, but in all honesty, if you really want something, it is totally worth waiting for, and I am pretty sure that all of my previous customers or family or friends who have had products from me can definitely vouch for that. So that I think that I've covered everything as far as pros and cons to buying small business, and I think that I covered everything that I wanted to cover in this short snippet of a video. But definitely make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that little bell thing down there so that you know when and what to expect coming up. I will be posting some jewelry making videos, some cricketing videos, not the sport, but the craft. And we'll go from